dear students, we are doing synthesis and I have already uploaded videos on how can we add two or more than two simple sentences to make one simple sentence by using infinitive, participle, nominative absolute, adjectives. Now today we'll do that. How can we add two or more than two simple sentences to make one simple sentence by using preposition before noun or gerund. Understand? Now this method, I mean preposition before noun and gerund, this method can be used for any type of sentence. I mean the condition, whatever may be the condition of the sentence, this method can be used to add two simple sentences to make one simple sentences. Okay. Now, before we start or before we get into this, we will have to know that what is noun, gerund and preposition, because the title is we use preposition before noun and gerund. So I know that you might be knowing about the the basic things about these things, but let me tell you in brief, so that before we know about the rules, we should know in in short or in brief something about these three things. First, let's take the example of noun. You have been studying nouns since your childhood, so that is why I don't need to explain in elaborate way what is a noun. You know that any naming word is called noun. It can be, it can be person, place, animal or thing or state or conditions or quality or action, anything. So the definition of noun is very broad. Even some things which are beyond our perception can also be included in this category of noun. Understand? So like abstract noun. So noun we know and we have studied, we have already studied about noun. So let's see what is a gerund. Gerund is actually non-finite verb, and we know it very well that there are three non-finite verbs. They are gerund, infinitive and participle. So if you want to know something about gerund in detail, so you have to watch my video. I have made videos on gerund. I think the whole video is in 2 part or 3 part, I don't remember it. So you can watch, you can go over there in playlist. I think I have given in playlist and you can watch over there. But the thing is, let me tell you something about gerund right now so that it can be easy for you to understand the whole thing. Now, what is gerund? Gerund, we form the gerund by adding, V1 plus ing. It means वर्ब के फर्स्ट फॉर्म में if we add ing, it becomes gerund. And the examples are swimming, smoking, dancing, playing, etc. Okay. Now you must be very much confused about the formation of gerund, because you will say that ma'am has already told us that even participle can be formed by adding ing to the first form of the verb. So what is the difference between participle and gerund? Most of the students, they are still confused with this idea of gerund and participle. So let me explain it first, that when we add ing to the first form of the verb, I know that both participle and gerund can be formed by adding ing to the first form of the verb. But the differences are that, first difference is that, gerund work as a noun and participle, it works as a verb and as an adjective, both. Remember, this is the basic differences, basic difference between these two things. Gerund works as a noun and participle, it can work in both ways. First, it can work as an adjective and second as a verb. Okay. Now, if we see that gerund is a kind of noun, as I just told you, gerund is a kind of noun or it works as a noun. You all know. Now, what is the work of a noun? What is the work of a noun? I just told you that gerund works as a noun. You should know what is the work of a noun. Understand? So the work of a noun is, noun becomes the subject of the verb. It becomes the object of a verb. It becomes, the complement of a verb. It becomes the complement of a preposition, object of a preposition, and it also works as a phrase in a position. So there are 5 works of noun, but we are not going to discuss all those things in detail, because our motto or intention is not to teach you noun and these basic things in detail. I just want you to know the work of a noun, and by giving simple examples, so that you can get this idea that what are the work of these noun, gerund and preposition, and it will make the thing make the things easy for you to understand. When you will add 2 or more than 2 sentences together, you will know the work of these things and it will make easy for you to understand. So that is why I'm telling you. So the first, I told you that this is noun, and second, gerund. Gerund works as a noun. It means that as noun becomes the subject of a verb, gerund can also be a subject of a verb. Now, if you want some examples, I can give it right now on the board. So I'm giving it right now. As noun works, Ram is my friend. Okay. Or suppose I'm not giving this example, I'm giving another one. Ram is my friend. Tom plays cricket. Okay. So if I write this sentence, understand, just pay attention. Tom is it is a noun. So if Tom is a noun and play is a verb, so we know it very well that Tom is the subject of this verb. Okay, so noun here, it is working as a subject to this verb. Similarly, gerund, which is working as a noun, can be a subject to the verb. Like smoking is injurious to health. So what do we see here? We see that gerund is also working as a noun, and by being the subject of a verb. And in Hindi meaning, if you see that it can be na, ne, ni. It means smoking karna. Understand? Smoking karna स्वास्थ्य के लिए हानिकारक है. Smoking करना स्वास्थ्य के लिए हानिकारक. So the thing is that, beta, I'm teaching you in Hindi and English both by using bilingual, because it would be easy for both, all the Hindi medium student as well as English medium students to understand in a nice way. So here we see that जैसे कि नाउन जो है किसी भी वर्ब का सब्जेक्ट हो सकता है, वैसे ही जेरेंट भी किसी भी वर्ब का सब्जेक्ट हो सकता है. स्मोकिंग करना, अब देखो नाउन जो है, इफ इट बिकम्स द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ सम वर्ब, लाइक आई लव टॉम. So here we see this Tom, Tom is noun. Now it has come in place of object. I is pronoun, love is verb, and Tom has come in the place of object. In the similar way, a gerund can also be an object to a verb. Like if I say that I love swimming, or smoking, or playing. So gerund can be an object to a verb also. Understand? Some more works of nouns are there, like sometimes noun becomes complement to a verb, and gerund can also be a complement to a verb. So I'm not going in so much detail, but you need to know something about gerund. So that is why I've given this example. And one more thing is there, that most of the students, they are very much confused about the formation of what did I say right now? Formation of participle, present participle and gerund, because both can be formed by adding ing to the first form of the verb. But the difference is lying here that gerund work as a noun, and participle, it can work in both way, as a verb and as an adjective both. So let's see that how the differences in short. So if we write gerund over here, and I'm writing participle, okay, let's find out the differences. So the differences are, gerund, it's work as a noun, and participle, it can work in both way, verb and adjective. So first, gerund, if I write running is a good exercise. Okay, running is a good exercise. This is an example of right exercise. So this is an example of gerund, yani run karna. Understand? So running is a good exercise, and participle, I saw a boy running in the field. So here the differences lies, I saw a boy running in the field. So here we see that this running, it's running karna nahi hai Hindi mein, karte hue. This is the meaning, So I saw a boy running in the field. So here we see that this running is describing this boy. Understand? So I saw a boy running in the field. मैंने एक लड़के को रनिंग करते हुए देखा, और रनिंग करना जो है स्वास्थ्य के लिए अच्छा है, गुड एक्सरसाइज है. So this is the basic differences, This running is describing this boy, and here running is working as a noun in the sentence by being the subject of a verb. This is the basic difference. Now, if you want another example, I can give you another one also. If I write that singing is my hobby. Singing is my hobby. So this singing is, this is noun, and this noun is placed in the place of a subject. Understand? It is kept on the place of a subject, and it is the it is the subject of this verb is. So that is why it is it is gerund. Singing जो है गाना मेरी हॉबी है. Now if I write participle over here, it would be I bought a singing doll today. Now see, I bought a singing doll today. Singing dolls means ऐसी गुड़िया जो गाने वाली है. तो यहाँ पे ये singing जो है, it is describing this doll. So it is here it is working as a adjective. So I bought a singing doll today. Now you know that in simple present continuous tense we use I am going, they are playing, we are running, we are running. Okay, so we see that participle can be used as a verb also, as a main verb. We are running. So work of participle is to be a to be a verb as well as an adjective, but the work of gerund is to be a subject of the verb, to be an object of the verb, to be a complement of the verb, and the whatever the noun does, a gerund can also do that. Now let's come to the preposition. If we know about the preposition in detail, let me tell you first the definition of preposition. What is a preposition? A preposition it is a word which is placed right before the noun or pronoun, and it also tells the the relation between that noun with another noun or pronoun in the sentence. Okay, let me come in Hindi also. preposition एक ऐसा शब्द होता है, एक ऐसा शब्द होता है जो कि नाउन या प्रोनाउन के पहले आता है और फिर उस नाउन और प्रोनाउन का उसी सेंटेंस के किसी दूसरे नाउन और प्रोनाउन से रिलेशन बनाता है. सो this is the example of an preposition. There are various preposition: on, in, at, after, before, but remember one thing, that preposition also does the work of an adverb, and not preposition actually, I mean to say that after, before, in, these are the terms which can be used as a conjunction, sometimes as a verb, sometimes as a preposition, sometimes as an adverb, not verb actually, as an adverb. So it depends how it has been used in a sentence. Okay, so my video is becoming too lengthy, so that is why this topic, since it is very long topic, so what I will do that in one video, I think I won't be able to describe the whole thing or explain the whole thing. I need at least 2 videos to tell about this. So let's see what is the work of a preposition first. अब हम देखेंगे जो preposition है उसकी जो स्थिति है, मतलब कभी वो conjunction के रूप में यूज होती है, कभी adverb के रूप में, तो कभी जो है वो preposition के रूप में यूज होती है. So if we take the word in, है ना, let's see the word in. The students are in the classroom. In this sentence we see that in is preposition. Why it is preposition? Because we know that after it always comes before noun or pronoun. So we see that classroom, this is noun, so that is why this in is preposition. Understand? The conception of preposition should be clear to you. It would help you to to synthesize 2 sentences. That is why I am making you learn this thing. Now the teacher came in. So here we see that in this in, after this in, we don't find any noun or pronoun. The teacher came in, but there is no noun or pronoun, but this in is telling about this verb. Okay, the teacher came in. It shows something about this verb came. Understand? So this is this in is working as an adverb, and this in is working as a preposition. Remember. Now let's see for. I bought some flour for Rani. So here we see in this sentence, I bought some flour for Rani. So for is preposition because right after this preposition we have noun. And we know the definition of, in the definition of preposition is being said that this preposition always comes before noun and pronoun. So this for is used as a preposition. Let's see this sentence. I told her to leave for I was very tired. So here we see that I told her to leave. In this sentence we see that this is a clause, I told her to leave, and second clause, I was very tired. So this preposition is adding these two clauses. So that is why we can say that this preposition has been used. You know, you cannot call it preposition. This for is conjunctions, because the work of conjunction is to add two sentences, two phrases and two clauses. So that is why this whole two sentences has been, you know, it has been added by this for. So this for is working as a conjunction in this sentence. Now, as he worked as waiter. So as is preposition. Why it is preposition? Because right after this as, we see there is a noun, right, waiter. So that is why this as is being used as a preposition. Now let's see next sentence. As I was leaving, the phone rang. So here if we leave this thing, अभी इसको मत देखो आप. I was leaving एक sentence, the phone rang अलग sentence. दो sentence नहीं है, दो clauses है. I was leaving, the phone rang. So again we see that this as is working as a conjunction to add, you know, to connect these two clauses. So here we see that, you know, preposition, you know, if it comes right before the noun or pronoun, only then it can be preposition. Otherwise it can work as an adverb. Sometimes it work as a conjunctions to add two clauses and to, you know, what should I say, two phrases or two sentences. And sometimes it works as an adverb. So in my next sentence, next video, we'll see that how can we use preposition before noun or gerund to connect two sentences to make one simple sentence. Okay, so in this video it's not possible, so just wait for my next video. And if you like my video, please comment, please, so that I may know that whether you like my video or not. And please subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed till now. Thank you so much.